What's up guys, it's Non-Tuxic, your non-toxic Linux YouTuber, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Manjaro operating system as well as playing a few games on there just in order to test what it's like as an operating system and what it does best.
There are over 1,000 distributions.
I was 21 years old and I had basically programming half my life.
So I have this software called GNOME Boxes, and it just allows me to make an operating system in a virtual machine. So I'm going to create virtual machines as you see here at the top. Click on Manjaro, I've got one here. Add to the RAM a decent amount so it's not too slow. Give it 7 gigabytes, and disk space I'm going to go for 50 gigs so that it has enough for everything. Now it's booting here, so I'm gonna go and boot with open source drivers. And now that this is loaded up, I'm gonna click launch installer and show you the guided install, how easy that is to get set up. And then once that is finished and we reboot, we can get on to using the operating system itself. And I'm going to go for a reasonably secure password that's not too short, not too long that I can't remember either, and use the same password for the administrator account. And we're just going to install that. It's going to use up the whole partition space. Click install now. And now that this is all finished up, I'm just going to click the restart button. Now first things first, so this is Manjaro's operating system. So as you can see, we have our desktop environment here. We've got our taskbar down at the bottom. We've got some icons on the desktop. Wastebasket for programs you want or files you want to close, file system to access your main files as we've got here, and then just home again to do with files, documents, downloads, desktop, etc. This is the XFCE desktop environment, I believe. XFCE desktop environment that we're also on. So there are several. There's GNOME, the one I use for my main system outside of the virtual machine is KDE Plasma, but they all have their pros and cons. Functionally come with different programs installed and depends on what you like. So what are some things we can learn about Manjaro itself? So Manjaro is an Arch Linux based distribution, so it's rolling release, meaning that updates of the operating system will come out maybe every day or every few days, every week, so quite a lot more frequently, whereas you have, for example, Ubuntu, where updates will come out every, let's say, year or 2 years, which is a lot easier for keeping things updated. It's a lot simpler to understand how that works, and you're not going to face errors because something isn't updated to the latest version to work with another program that needs to be updated also in order to work. So just to So why is Manjaro popular? Why Manjaro? Why not just pure Arch? Well, Manjaro is popular because of its optimization for gaming. So it's very easy to set up, has a guided install with graphics. Some operating systems you need to use the terminal and type in commands to be able to install it. You need to know more about how things work and know what you're doing in order to work with it. Whereas Manjaro doesn't have that. It's made easy for beginners to be able to get on board, even if they don't understand everything about how the operating system works. It's also very easy. So you see how we've used Lutris and then Terraria itself, which is also on Steam. Those kind of applications work very well on Arch Linux. So I think Steam OS is actually based off of Arch Linux. Steam's own operating system they've made using Arch Linux. So you know that if you're on Arch Linux and you buy updated hardware, even updated graphics cards for gaming, you know that those cards are going to have drivers in order to be able to run the games, programs, etc. that you want to run. Whereas if you used older distributions, you may not have as much of that support available for the newer hardware. So it would be a lot more difficult to find drivers, have the right compatibility. There'd be a lot more things you'd have to set up yourself, and some things just outright won't work. So that's why a lot of people are on Arch, just for the fact that it's relevant. Being rolling release, it's just one of those operating systems that once you learn how to code, once you understand Linux well enough, everything will be there for you, and it will be easy to get on board, get involved with everything. I'll leave it there. So to install Lutris, I'm just going to type this command into the terminal, type the password, and then that should do it for us. And to update the system, I'm just going to type in sudo pacman syu. So I'm just going to follow these commands to install one. So I'm just going to access this file, uncomment some of the code if necessary in order for this to work. And it looks like this is already uncommented. I've already ran sudo pacman syu, so I won't do that again. And this command I'll just copy and type into my terminal. Just with Ctrl+Shift+V. And it now looks like RuneScape, it has successfully downloaded. So I'll just log into the game now. So here I am in RuneScape. So I'm just gonna change the resolution to full screen to make that a bit easier to see. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's make this interesting. I'll go for these trousers, and for torso, I think there's one that matches it perfectly. Something like that. That looks pretty cool. In fact, let's just change up the color as well. But I think this one here stands out a fair bit actually. Yeah, this one looks cool. So I'm sure a lot of you have played a lot of RuneScape just as you've, you know, kind of grown up. Just one of those games that we've all been around. So I finally finished off the introductory tutorial, so I'm just gonna continue with the game, do some basic things, and we'll test it out. So I'm going to take I'll go for the Gatherer path, because last time I played RuneScape I didn't go into these kind of things. Looks like I've got to find another spot. I should find one soon. No. Well, I'm certain there's going to be other spots that I can find. Well, looks like I can't actually do any fishing, so I'll just fight some monsters, show you guys a bit about that, how that works. Looks pretty slow, should be over soon. Just gonna take the coins and the bones, and we can borrow those. Perfect. So I've been able to load up Terraria, so I'm just going to create a new account and see if I can survive for a night, see how that goes. What's you call him? Something interesting. I'll just call him Jeff. Male. Don't know if there's a randomizer for appearance, but I'll go for classic. Don't spend too long on that. I think you can just randomize that. I'll just randomize everything on appearance so we don't take too long. Not too bad. So I don't know whether or not you can actually kill this tutorial guy you see running around, but something I would like to try. Oh no, you can't actually attack him. Interesting. Okay, it looks like it's going to take me a lot far longer to find something interesting, so I think I'll just start killing these slimes. Guess I better not die. Looks like I've got something interesting now. Looks like I'll be able to beat him easily because of this space that he's trapped into. So I was able to find myself a decent server online, so I'm just going to check this out, see what I can do. Okay, looks like I can get my hands on some cool armor and tools. That is looking cool. Perfect. So let's move on to the next game. And the last game I've got up is Super Meat Boy. Yeah, I've done some of this before, so I know it gets hard very quickly. For those who've played who will know that, yeah, this is a tough game. Got to be precise with everything. There we go, got it now. Perfect. Unlucky. Actually, let me know in the comments if you like this game and I'll play it again on another video. So again, let's go. I think I can get this. Third time's a charm. Oh my goodness. Because I'm holding shift to sprint, so I think I'll release it towards the end. Just when I get back up top where I made that mistake again. That wasn't that funny. Ah, dear. And that will be it for now. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe.